All right, everyone, I'm going to call the docket. When I call the docket, please let me know you are here. Shelby Rodriguez. Robert Marino is custody. Roger Talamontes. Roger Talamontes.
You're going to be on Zoom, Jeff?
Yes, I'm waiting for him to zoom in.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll wait for attorneys to arrive. A jury panel will be up here no later than 10:30. And Norma, if you could call down, I know I said maybe 10:30, but if they have a jury panel ready before 10:30, they can bring them up.
And you want to have it?
Now, based upon the charge, probably a panel of 65 will be fine. The docket.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. He's always waiting.
All right, thank you.
So you don't need that. That's enough. He's right. Oh, that's what I was talking to. Yeah, he's actually okay.
Okay, well, let me see.
Oh.
Well, it's October 1st. Today is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Everybody needs to go get their testing done. You know what I discovered when I didn't have health insurance? You could go for breast cancer awareness and they would only charge you, I think it was $15 or something, which even back in the day for me, that was a lot. But now I believe you can get them for free. And they have those scans too, where they do the hand scans where you're not smashed.
That's the one that you put here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do more research on that to see how great that is. But back in the day, it was very painful. Yes. To get that test done. But today it's not painful at all and it takes 5 minutes. And I have to remind my brothers and men, you too could get breast cancer. You too need to get scanned. All right, deputy's like, yeah, but have you gotten your scan?
I have not.
All right, so you need to do that. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
I'm
So-
wearing the pink print right now.
I appreciate it. So when are you going to get your scan done? It's going to be this month?
I'm gonna try very hard.
Oh.
All right, so we're going to make it happen this month. Everybody, Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
that's the goal we have in this court. Everybody in this court is going to have it done. If they haven't already had it done, we're going to get it done this month.
Okay.
I did mine this year.
I said that we're gonna be back in November.
Hmm?
I just got an email or something saying it would be back here in November.
Well, 'cause that's when I was gonna do it.
That's the first time?
No, I'm sure there's more, but not, I mean, I think in the
I
building.
didn't have any
Let me see.
history in my family, I did, and there were no concerns, I didn't go until I.
All right, power to that doctor, but yeah, no. I want to say the first time
I mean, they've
I
been
had
doing.
one, I think I was probably 18.
Oh,
And it was because one, I was going off to college and they had certain, I don't know if they still do that now, but you had to have full medical thing and everything. And then we have issues in my family with that, so. Oh, yeah.
Which I didn't know when I went to get it, I learned that. The density rating
Mhm.
matters.
oh, yeah,
I didn't know that,
yes.
so if you have a more dense, if you have more dense tissue.
Yeah.
Then she may not be able to tell
Mhm.
if you have any abnormalities. So you have to figure out what you're.
I'm very distracted by the
know.
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
I'm telling you, the testing that the ladies have to do, they should come out with something different. You know, I want to say, I think it's in Korea where you go in once a year for your testing and they do full body everything. And it's all in one building, one-stop shopping. Yes, and they do your blood work, they do everything, and they tell you what the issues are. They'll tell you, hey, you need to put the sugar down. So, and they do the eye exam.
They're gonna be in Commissioners Court October 9th and 10th.
Okay,
And then the HR training room, November 12th and 13th.
so they'll be in Commissioners Court October 9th and 10th?
Yeah.
Oh, people can sign.
I did that one, Judge, earlier this year,
Mhm.
and she was very, it was very relaxing where they had it at. She had her scanner warmed up, her gel warmed up, blankets were warm.
Mhm.
So it was very, like, very quiet, musical, and she was explaining every detail what she was doing.
Oh,
I thought it was very nice.
okay, awesome.
For that stuff or something. Because I like everything. For average one. Like the suits and and like. Whenever I was thinking about my life. Stuff that used to make sense. Truly not. And sometimes I think there's an ingredient. There's an ingredient that's in some of those medications. I'm thinking like boil it down. So. When I used to watch Breaking Bad.
All right, are you Mr. Talamontes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what I'm going to do, your attorney is here. He is conferring with the state. And then once he confers with the state, I will have him zoom in so he can go to a breakout room and speak with you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
So just be patient.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
God, I'm ready to speak.
Oh, well, if you'll get with Miss Ferguson and she'll give you the Zoom link and you can join your client in room 1.
The Zoom link.
No matter how much medicine I take, I'm gonna wake up. If I sleep, but I'll wake up. Get a little bit of medicine and then like rest my eyes for like 20 minutes and talk. But whenever I sleep with that, it takes over my whole head. But it's like no matter what that I take, if I go to sleep with a headache. But
Day is young and I'm already running out of space.
Mhm.
Okay.
Also too, what I'll do is I'll put technical. Like sleeping. I mean, it's already 2 p.m. It's already 2 p.m. stuff, but it's like sleeping. Yeah. Whatever, it's like getting that all week. And it's just like a.
All right, guys.
Yes, Your Honor.
We are all doing the 4th annual Harvest Trot, the 5K, put on by Rebecca Clay Flores, the Commissioner Precinct 1. It is October 12th. It is you need to be there at 7:30 to get your t-shirt. 7:30. And this is San Antonio. It gets hotter. And all you need to do is bring a non-perishable food group.
I'm gonna send my, title with y'all.
I remember one day, they started doing this thing where you can race virtually. I'm like, what is this nonsense, racing virtually? So you're not really at the event racing, you just paid money to sort of be on the computer.
Yes, violence, but they have a sleep-in option. So last year I was in down violence as a prosecutor, and so I was like, I'm not gonna give them prosecutor anymore, but I'm still going to do the awareness law. I made that promise to myself,
Yeah.
and then I was like, I'm gonna actually do it because they have a sleep-in option, and then I signed up for like the walk,
Mhm.
and then about yesterday I was like, I should just sign up for the sleep-in option, and I really don't feel like going to walk more.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah. But I will be there.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I will be there at the Purple Run. Yes, I'm always there. I sit at the table, I go do my walk. I struggle to find parking space because I get there at the last minute. And then I say, can I put like something in my window and double park? But I don't do it because I always have this fear that my vehicle is going to be towed. Sometimes they would say, no, the building is not open for business. It's closed. I said, do you see that sign that says violators will be towed? I just have this fear. You come out, and I always think if you come out and your car is gone, who do you call? Do you just automatically think, oh, let me call the towing company? I don't know.
There's signs that they say call this on.
Yes, Miss?
Yes, I want to know if it's, Docket.
Yes, she's coming.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Sure. Yes, you may wait outside. You're welcome. But so we shall see.
Maybe just get there really, really early. Still, because we have our office meeting, so everybody else is there really early.
Mhm.
And then I come cramping along. Well, I really force myself to go on, but
Michael DeLeon will be there. He said he always gets a table, so he'll be there with his table. And then you try to get there, you try to do the right thing as far as being healthy. Then everybody has candy everywhere. You want some candy?
last year they gave out. I'm going to brunch after this, but.
The taco is looking good.
Yeah.
All right, so is Brent Hardy zooming in?
I'm going to the witness room so he can talk to his client.
All right, we'll see if he zooms in. He has yet to zoom in.
I made, well, on a Wednesday at 4:30,
All right.
because I will be healing in October. I won't be able to go.
Well, my mind is a steel trap, so I will remember that date.
Okay.
I cannot believe we're so close to 2026.
Why? When you said today, October time.
Mhm. And I'm,
How many trials did you do this year?
I got 50.
I think 18.
now look at that. She says she's only done 18 trials. We're slacking.
Well, basically, you did one without me. Yeah, and a lot of our trials lasted.
Yeah.
2+ weeks.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because we had Daniel Escobar in here and he got promoted. And how many trials did he discover he had done?
I forgot. It was a lot.
Like 30 or something. We're like, hey, come to the 187 where you will not get any trials. Okay, they say they have just seized $7.3 billion in crypto. Yeah.
Yeah. But I.
Oh, man, an ambassador from South Africa, his wife reported him missing. And he fell from, in Paris, 22 floors. Yeah.
Get that space back.
I don't know his later. He's just thinking Joanne.
You should.
All right, and can you check on Christine McDonald?
She's actually working from home. She has a doctor's appointment this morning. It's just that she didn't have anybody on.
All right, could you then have somebody from mental health court come?
Do you know? Do you know what her name is? All this.
Hello.
But let me call this and I'll tell you. Oh. You got to know.
Deputy Laura, how long before you finish with your book?
Oh, Judge, that small one is gonna be really fast, but it does have trigger warnings.
All right, so what's the name of it again?
No one writes for free.
He's on the Plea. Yeah, he had juvenile court this morning. Disregard, he's on this. This one.
Are you looking it up, Judge?
Yes, I want to see what it's about.
Find the judge.
Not yet. I'm looking for it. But I am still, lately I've been looking at the Marlowe Murder Club. And Norma, has the jury already been called up? All right, thank you. Hello.
It's in the hallway, did you see her? I don't know what she looks like. Wearing like a white. That's not what.
All right, Mr. Hardy. Have you conferred with the state?
I have, Judge, and I still need to confer with them very briefly.
All right, okay.
All right.
You're welcome. Mr. Talamantes, just give us a moment. Your attorney is conferring with the state.
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Judge.
Were you able to find her?
Call her name in the hallway.
All right, let me walk out.
Brasilia,
I'll go out.
wait.
The deputy's got to make it happen.
The Judge, can you send me back to the break?
Yes, if you'll log back in, I'll send you back in.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Talamantes, if you'll go back to breakout room number 1, please.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you.
You left. She's lost.
All right, thank you. Yeah, yeah, I need to correct things on here.
Possible trial. Possible, we don't forget it.
Judge Sarge came in here.
Hello. Hi, how's it going?
Good.
Welcome. Is there a reason for the visit? Are you here to give the deputies pay raises?
Oh, that's not up to me. I wish you would.
All right. Because, pay raises,
Sorry?
pay raises would be nice for them
Oh, I.
and needed for what they do. Okay.
Agree. Well, I guess we'll find out soon.
Mhm.
All right, can I see you?
No. I'm walking in this funky. I'm walking.
I'm sorry. Who is he? All right, just give us a moment, okay? Are you ready?
Judge, we are.
All right. I'm just waiting for Odyssey to open.
Now, can you, from your station, can you, like when the feedback started, can you shut me down or anybody
Oh, I
else?
just put you out of the room.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
That's pretty neat.
All right. So where are you on discovery in this case? And what are we looking at?
Judge, oddly enough, I think I've received, well, I feel quite confident that I've received all available discovery.
Mhm.
The problem in this case involves my review of the discovery. The defendant and I discussed we discussed something that was mentioned during discovery. I did not hear it. It pertains to probable cause. I want to review that discovery again, but that's something I can do literally overnight, if not faster.
All right, and has an offer been tendered?
Yes, sir.
And sir, how old are you?
I'm 24 years old, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 3-week reset for plea deadline. All right, we're bringing you back on October 23rd. At that time, you need to be in court, Mr. Talamantes.
Yes, Judge.
All right, and thank you for dressing appropriately for Zoom. Have a great rest of your day.
You as well. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
May I be
you.
excused?
Yes.
Thanks so much. Listen, I'm sorry about screwing things up for you all yesterday.
Mm.
It's,
No, I'm sorry to hear about that.
it's just, well,
Yeah.
it's like a split sense of relief because we just walk up to the door and step back. And you don't, after a while, just, you get exhausted.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right. Have a good one. I'll keep you in my prayers.
thank you so much, Jeff.
You're welcome. Do y'all have anyone left? All right. And who has, oh, and Shelby Rodriguez, that's family violence.
Yes, sir.
And then you all, yes.
Thank you.
Not laughing, see that shit.
What earth, wind and fire is going on? Does I need to go over, you have me back here
Yes.
and,
Oh, they'll bring your client out.
well, I'm glad to hear that, except that it said it was
Sorry.
on Zoom.
They'll-
So
Yeah, they'll bring him into Zoom.
Okay. Oh, could I run over for 10 o'clock with a doctor on, Judge Lisa Rodriguez's floor?
Just 1 second.
Okay,
See if they have this.
sure.
All right, thank you.
I just, kind of need to go back and meet him again. I gave a counter, we got all our discovery done, basically. I gave a counter offer to White. I didn't see him yesterday. He was busy. I was here with your, another case and this one. And I think Mr. Wright, who I gave him discovery regarding my client's medical condition, I think he was gonna kind of go upstairs and see if, they could treat it a little different than, because he has MS and various things wrong with it.
All right, so you,
I had doctor's stuff to say.
okay, yeah, talk to Norman and see when he can zoom in. Megan, before I'm gonna start doing this when people ask to leave. You've got to answer a riddle before you're excused, and it has to be correct. So here's the riddle. What demands an answer, but asks no question?
Not really. I really need to know.
So after y'all answer that, then you can leave.
Can I phone a friend?
No.
Hold on, what was the question again? What was the riddle?
What demands an answer, but asks no question?
Well, I don't know. I need to find out from Jeff.
Well, I guess I'll go to.
We're gonna be ordering lunch in the courtroom.
Okay. Family violence, you want to help
I
criminal?
would have never known though, Judge. I would have never
I'd
known.
like to have it. I think.
That's a good one.
No, but I like that you said that, but the answer is no.
First time I was picked up,
That's all I had.
I went back and forth.
Yeah.
It's easy to try to figure out.
So when we go home to go to sleep and y'all are still here. Think about it.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the time people are left in the holding area overnight. Remember those days? Judge, I'm gonna, if it's okay, try to,
Cheating now. No. No.
I guess the,
Most common answer is what Ashley said.
Yeah.
let me try the 13th.
Okay.
So I can figure out what the the counters are on with Mr. Wright. Because I
Okay.
think he had to go upstairs because of the special. circumstances of my file. Okay, thank you.
You can add, what are you guys gonna do? You can't leave.
I don't know where she's at. She's off today.
A rhetorical question.
No, I like that, but no.
A riddle.
Like that, but no.
The Joker. I don't know the riddle.
Think,
Is it obvious? Am I gonna be?
it is so obvious.
Yeah.
Knock.
A door.
No,
A door demands an answer.
no. And it's
Jury
A
summons?
punch.
and so here's what's so hilarious about it.
Yeah.
Adriana, you know what's so hilarious about it?
I know, because everybody has one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and because they're doing
I
it.
know, that's what I was laughing at.
We're doing
We're
it.
doing it?
You're right.
Just let him go, Judge.
Oh, I say no.
All right, I'll give you a clue.
A question.
Let me give you a clue. What's a song that was sung by Beyonce and Lady Gaga?
Telephone. Oh, that was the answer?
Yes.
They got that one, Judge, but they didn't get that.
I thought Ashley said I said a phone ringing.
Yeah,
Oh.
so it's telephone.
What, so what are we doing right now?
Well, we were.
You're holding your
Oh,
phone.
we were
looking
on
at
our
it.
phones. Okay.
Looking for answers, and I'm like, so yeah, but I love the riddle games.
I'm gonna have to study.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, I'm gonna give you guys an easy one because I've started playing this riddle game. And you know what the thing about it, the riddle game that I'm playing is supposed to be for children. So, all right, here we go. Let me see. I'm gonna go for medium. I make a loud sound when I'm changing. When I do change, I get bigger but weigh less. What am I?
You said that was easier, Judge?
Yeah.
A butterfly.
Yeah.
No. You're like, I have it. You're getting bed.
Okay, the answer to that one was popcorn.
Oh.
Okay, so here's one. 3 simple words, but life changing. What are they?
What was the first one?
3 simple words, but life changing. What are they? Think Stevie Wonder. These 3 words. Yeah. That's what I was.
I was gonna say I love you, but I was like, that can't be that.
Yeah, it was that easy.
You won lottery.
Yeah. Yeah, I like you won the lottery.
You won but you gotta get rid of the.
The,
You won
yeah.
lottery.
You're the
Yeah.
winner.
Yeah.
I was like, you are fired.
Yeah,
You are fired.
All right.
You are guilty.
yeah. You can see me in water, but I never get wet. What am I? Yeah, it's reflection. Adriana's like, I'm making it happen.
Did I get to go home early?
Yeah, it was a reflection.
A reflection.
What is
You
it?
know, I don't think I'm married very well until I sit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now you guys gonna start getting the riddles because what building has the most stories?
The library.
Yeah. Look at you, Rick.
I was gonna say the courthouse. Courthouse
We have
has
a lot of
we have a lot of stories.
A lot of files.
We have a lot of stories.
Okay, so this is the type of riddle I do not like, and I always do poorly at it. A man in a car saw a golden door, a silver door, and a bronze door. What door did he open first?
The car door.
Yes. Who's bringing it over here?
Oh, that was me.
You're rocking it, Ashley. If your uncle's sister is not your aunt, what relation is she to you?
Your mom.
Your mother.
Yeah, look, and she still was like, wait a minute, I want to say it, but I don't know.
Melissa, have you answered any of them?
Yes, she said, I love you.
Okay.
I'm the beginning of the end and the end of time and space. I am essential to creation and I surround every place. What am I?
Oxygen. The atmosphere. Air.
No.
Hydrogen. O2. Oh, wait, oxygen.
I was gonna say matter.
Listen closely. I am the beginning of the end and the end of time and space. I am essential to creation and I surround every place. What am I?
The beginning.
The atmosphere is God.
God?
Sorry.
No?
I'm the beginning of the end
And he is in the.
and the end of time and space. I am essential to creation and I surround every place. What am I?
Water? Water?
Matter?
Listen closely. Hey, Deputy Laura, I want you all to internalize what I'm saying. I am the beginning of the end and the end of time and space. I am essential to creation.
The letter E. Oh.
Yes. There we go.
Oh.
Because it's the end of time
The end of time.
and space.
Yes, essential to creation.
Do not make it a riddle team.
So you guys are going to be ready for tomorrow.
I pick up.
Like my brain is warmed up to work for the day. Yeah.
That'll be it.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, bye. You guys have a good one. See you tomorrow.
Bye, Jessica.
Not at all.
Not even.
Oh, so I'm sorry, our very friend.
All right. So how long before our jury comes up? Probably about 10:30.
About 10, between 10:15 and 10:30.
Okay.
So it's gonna happen? All right. Let's do this. You said 65.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's here. Hello.
Hi, Judge.
How's it going?
Good, good.
All right, say that's easy.
Thank you. Want me to tell him anything?
Just to wait and we'll bring them in as soon as possible.
I don't think they have one. See that.
It'd be great.
That'd be great.
Oh, you okay?
That was a cough and that was a sneeze.
So I'm in here. I told her. She just texted me.
This is funny.
So, her name's Amanda Winter.
Okay. So they petitioned to terminate Jordan's rights.
He's supposed to.
We did, we had the modification final trial. With Brandon, he pushed it
It's not back here.
and
It's supposed to go, yeah.
wanted all these attorney's fees and all like a permanent injunction, which I did disagree with, because like, what if things change? We're still waiting for the appeal, blah, blah, blah. And then he got served the petition to terminate. And they hired me on that. I'm like, I think that ship has sailed no matter what happens, so.
Have you talked to Jordan?
Yeah. I mean, I talked to him.
Is he in the prison?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Is he doing okay?
he's doing okay. He's on a tablet and football season started and he's doing better, but it's cooling off. He was in a place that had he was in a place with no AC.
Oh. Oh, word.
What's the word, Amy?
No, she said she doesn't.
Can she do case with me?
They're gonna bring it in.
I know.
You want to talk to her again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the back side. I need to fill my water bottle. Yeah. She has it. Okay. Okay. Over here. Sit on the. They're all the same.
All right, could somebody grab Cindy, please? The court reporter.
Um,
All right, are they already in line?
I don't know. Maybe it's 2:30, that's what I truly don't know. That's the problem. And also the stuff that sits.
All right, the court is going to call 2024 CR 009126 State versus Shelby Jean Rodriguez. Can I have parties announced?
See the justice.
Go ahead and ABL, Shelby Rodriguez.
All right, and are you Shelby Rodriguez? All right, are parties ready to proceed? All right, let's bring the jurors in. If you could let the deputy know to bring the jurors in, please.
Oh.
I'm just letting you know.
That way,
You know.
The mole. Thank you.
Did you need something, counsel?
No, ma'am, I'm just getting my.
I mean, Mick.
Well, we're gonna drop this off from Melissa, but
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
It's on the watch.
Number one,
Shelby. Tonight or something.
all right, to the jury, your hats are first row. And the seats are numbered. Number 8.
Yeah.
Second row on top.
First one.
Yes. Yes. 15. 15. Bench. One more. 22. Yes. Next row.
Justin's on our panel.
No.
I got a shirt, actually had your trouble too, but I got a very,
Oh, really?
Just, it's wrong.
Okay.
All right, everyone, please be seated. All right, good morning. I remember some of you. All right, Deputy Laura, if you have her go outside, please. Right. Yes, please. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are in the 187 District Court. It is on the 4th floor and you are here with Judge Boyd. So what floor are we on? What's the court number?
7.
Who's the judge? And you're probably asking yourself, why is she asking us this? We know where we are. We know what floor we're on. The reason why I asked you that question is because whenever we take a break, y'all must leave the courtroom. You can't stay in here. And we've had jury trials before where we've taken a break. And when we take a break, what ends up happening is someone ends up getting lost. They'll say, I looked up, everybody was gone. So if you look up and everybody is gone, if you remember the 187th, people will be able to tell where you are because there is only one 187 district court in all of Texas. 187 just signifies this was the 187th court created. So even if for some reason you find yourself in another county, which you should not be while we're in the middle of jury, if you say, I'm looking for the 187th, they will be able to tell you it is in Bexar County. And if you don't remember that, if you remember the last name Boyd, I'm the only Boyd in the courthouse. So if you just mention my last name, people will be able to direct you where to go. So this case is the state of Texas versus Shelby Jean Rodriguez. And I'm gonna have the state introduce themselves.
Morning, everyone. My name is Rick Bain.
I'm Ashley Jones, we represent the state.
And for the defense,
Good morning, everyone. My name is Adam LaHood, and this is Miss Amy Owen.
Hi.
We
Morning.
represent Shelby Rodriguez.
all right, and Miss Rodriguez, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Shelby Rodriguez.
All right, everyone, you may be seated. Now, to my left is the court reporter. How many people here want to make the court reporter's job easier? All right, thank you. Look, she's like, I don't know if I want to make the job easier or not. Let me ask it this way. Raise your hand, well, raise your cards if you want the court reporter's job to be more difficult. See? All right, so nobody, oh, your answer is no, number 9. All right, so here's the way we can make the court reporter's job easier. And the reason why I try to make her job easier is because she has a very difficult job. She has to take down everything that everybody says. And if you can imagine, some of us want to whisper, some of us want to talk fast, some of us just do not want to talk. So if everyone can talk in the tone that I'm speaking at, with the same volume and at the pace that I'm speaking at, it will make her job so much easier today. So we're going to practice on trying to make her job easier. And I'm going to get you to make a commitment to me. Everyone, please raise your cards. All right. So when somebody asks, keep them raised until I ask you to lower them. When somebody asks you a question or there's something you want to say, you're going to raise your card. You're not going to say anything until the attorney says, for example, number 21, what would you like to say? Then you will be able to answer. I know it's difficult because sometimes we get into a conversation and we think we already know what the question is going to be, and we start speaking before the end of the question. Let's not do that. Is there anyone who's not going to be able to follow that rule? All right. Now, here's the other thing. Put your cards back up. This courtroom, the acoustics are horrible. So this is what I need from you. And I want you to follow this instruction. No jury has been able to follow this instruction. And we have jury trials in this court every week. So jurors 1 through 14, lower your cards. Number 15 through 21, lower your card. If you still have your card up, which means number 21, 22 through 65, your card is still up, what I'm going to need you to do when you're answering a question, I'm going to need you to stand when you answer that question. And if you see the person next to you not standing, tell them, let's not do this. The judge has faith that we're going to follow these instructions. So can all of you do that? Yes. All right, you can lower your card. Now, the parties have had a chance to introduce themselves to you. Raise your card if you recognize any of the parties that have introduced themselves to you. All right. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you, the charges in this case, what Ms. Rodriguez has been accused of is aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in count 1, and in count 2 is aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Now, the attorneys are going to get a chance to speak with you and ask you questions. When they're talking to you, they are not allowed to tell you what they think the facts are in this case. The only time you will get a chance to know what anyone thinks the facts are in this case is if you are selected to be on the jury. So do not do a Mrs. Kravitz from Bewitch and say, oh, these are the facts in this case, because no one is allowed to tell you what they think the facts are. So when people are talking to you, everything is a hypothetical. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
You guys are whispering. Does everybody understand? Yes. Right. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about is indictments. In felony courts, the way people come to felony courts for a jury trial is by way of indictment. An indictment is just a piece of paper, and you know what it's designed to do? To tell you what you're being accused of and where you need to appear if you want a jury trial. For example, raise your card if you've ever had a traffic ticket. Yeah, this group is one of the worst driving groups we've had here. So you can lower your card. I've had a traffic ticket before when I was about 18. And, you know, I'm 21 now, so I've learned. So back in the day when I got my traffic ticket, that's when the officers had carbon copies. So they tear off a sheet of paper and give it to you. Well, on that sheet of paper, the officer will put on there what he thinks you did. Now they have certain boxes, but back in the day, they would write, you know, speeding, ran stop sign, and that box would be checked. And then below it, it would tell you where you need to appear, either to pay the ticket or either go to a jury trial. Now here in San Antonio, usually they send you to Frio Street. That's where municipal court is. So when you're accepting that ticket from that officer, you're not saying, you're right, I did this. You're just being put on notice that, hey, you need to appear in municipal court. This is what you're being accused of. And this is where, if you want a jury trial, you can have a jury trial. But it's not evidence of guilt. It's not evidence of anything. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
So an indictment is the same way. An indictment is not evidence or anything. It's just a piece of paper to let somebody know what they're accused of and where they need to come if they want a jury trial. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
So you are not allowed to consider the fact that Ms. Rodriguez is here under indictment. It's not evidence of anything. It's not for you to comment on at all. Does everyone understand? The indictment is really just a piece of paper to let anybody know who's accused. This is what you're being accused of. It would be bad if you get a traffic ticket and they say the officer is accusing you of running a stop sign. And then when you get to municipal court, you're like, I'm ready to go. I know I didn't run a stop sign. And all of a sudden, jury's seated. And then they say, well, we want to talk about her running this red light. And you'll be like, wait a minute, I'm here for a stop sign. What are they talking about? So it's the same thing with indictments. It's just to let the person who's accused know what they're being accused of and where they need to be if they want to have a jury trial. Does everyone understand? Yeah. Is there anyone here who's going to hold it against Ms. Rodriguez or consider it at all the fact that she's here under indictment? Raise your card if that's you. All right, the next thing I want to talk to you is certain rights that people have who are accused. One of the rights a person who's accused of a criminal offense has is the right to remain silent. What does that mean? That means that you do not have to testify. That means that the state can't say, you know, the next witness we're going to call is going to be the accused. It's not allowed. That's our Constitution. That's the law. I've been a defense attorney. I've been a prosecutor. And let me just tell you, there are many reasons why someone who's accused of an offense may not testify. Sometimes, and I'll speak from my personal experience, sometimes my clients, they would be so nervous. And people always will ask you, how do you judge somebody's credibility? And what jurors used to say, oh, they're not looking me in the eye. Oh, they're nervous. Oh, they're sweating. Oh, they look to the left instead of to the right. Oh, they're stumbling over their words. That's what people would say. And sometimes I would have a client who would be so nervous and I would tell them, I'm fighting for you and you're nervous sitting in my office. You maybe would not be a good person to testify. So I'll let you know if you really need to testify, but maybe you won't. And when I would tell, and sometimes I would tell a client, hey, the state didn't even prove their case. There's no need for you to testify. Sometimes people have speech impediments. Sometimes people are just afraid of public speaking. And believe it or not, people don't think of it, but when you're called to testify in front of strangers, that's public speaking. So the key to that is if Ms. Rodriguez does not testify, you cannot hold it against her. You cannot consider it for anything whatsoever. Does everyone understand? Now, some people will say, and I always chuckle when I hear this, some jurors who've never been accused, who've never had to testify in any type of setting, they will always say, well, if that were me, I'd get on the stand and I'd testify. And I always chuckle because I'm like, yeah, but it's not you. And you don't have experts talking to you, right? You know, it's sort of like when you have a medical doctor and the medical doctor say, hey, here's your issue. You may go get a second opinion. And then the doctor will say, this is the treatment that you need to solve your issue. Now, you may say, well, I'm going to get another opinion on the treatment. But ultimately, you may decide to, you know what, this person is an expert. I'm not. This is what they're saying. I'm going to go with it. Sort of like when you have a vehicle and you take your vehicle in and the air conditioner is not working in the summertime, but it'll work in the winter, but not the summertime. You take it into the mechanic. The mechanic's like, your problem solved. And then the next thing you know, the transmission, and you continue taking it back to the same mechanic, but you go to them because they're experts and you're following their advice. So again, is there anyone here who's going to hold it against Ms. Rodriguez if she decides not to testify? All right. The next thing I want to talk to you about is burden of proof. In criminal cases, the state has to prove their case by proving each and every element beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, you're probably asking yourself, I've seen Perry Mason. I've seen the practice. But let me wait for the judge to give me a definition of beyond a reasonable doubt. When I was in law school, you had to know that definition. You had to know it forwards and backwards. I learned that definition. My first jury trial, I knew where to put the commas. I knew where to put the exclamation point. I knew where to pause for dramatic effect. And then after my first trial, the powers that be decided that there is no longer a definition for proof beyond a reasonable doubt. So neither the state's attorney nor the defense attorneys will be able to give you a definition of proof beyond a reasonable doubt because there is no definition for proof beyond a reasonable doubt. So I had to figure out, well, how can I explain this to the jury then? So next door, we have the civil court, the historic courthouse that you all should visit with the green rooftop. Over there, they handle civil cases, your car accidents, maybe insurance is involved, your custody issues, those type of cases. Over there, they have two burdens of proof. One is preponderance of the evidence. More likely than not, something happened. If you are ever on a criminal jury and you're deliberating and somebody starts saying, well, I believe more likely than not, you need to tell them, hey, remember, we're not at the historic courthouse that we should visit. We're on the criminal side and you are at the wrong burden of proof. So proof beyond a reasonable doubt is higher than preponderance of the evidence. So it's not more likely than not something happened. The other burden of proof they have over there is what's called clear and convincing evidence. Clear and convincing evidence is the evidence that the government uses to say, you are a danger to your child. Legally, you will no longer be allowed to parent a child, and we're going to take that child away from you. Now, you think to yourself, judge, yeah, that's a high burden. But guess what? That's the civil side's highest burden, but it's still not higher than proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Does everyone understand? Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about is fairness. Attorneys will always ask you sometime, can you be fair? Well, maybe this is a trial you really shouldn't be in because, you really can't be fair. The example they always will use sometimes is that you are coming downtown for jury duty and you have made plans, you mapped out your routes, you even did a test run so that you'll know where the construction sites are, even though when you drove down, there were new construction sites, but you have planned. And when you get up the next morning, your vehicle is on cinder blocks. Somebody has stolen your tires, they've broken into your vehicle, they've taken everything. But you want to do your civic duty. So you catch a via or either get your best friend or you take an Uber and you still make it downtown. And then you're standing outside waiting for jury selection and you find out it's a burglary of a vehicle. Usually people will say, you can't be fair in that case. Really, can you? Because this just happened. This is what fairness means in a criminal court. Fairness means no matter what has happened to you in your past, no matter what trauma you have suffered, are you able to sit and listen to the evidence that's presented to you? And if you can come to a decision, base your decision upon the evidence that you hear. Does everyone understand? Yeah. So that's all fairness means. Because raise your card if you were born yesterday and slept all last night. So what does that mean? That means that everybody here is walking, talking. You're at least 18 years of age. So in your 18 years, all the way up to whoever the oldest person or most experienced person is in this group, you've had life experiences. You've had maybe some good things happen to you, maybe some bad things, maybe some middle of the road things to happen to you. But the real question about fairness is, if you are placed on this jury, will you be able to listen to the evidence? And if you can come to a decision, base your decision upon the evidence that you hear. Does everyone understand? Is there anyone here who cannot do that? Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about is phases of trial. There are two phases to every criminal trial. The first phase, people love to call it the innocence phase, but that's not really what it is. The first phase is simple. Did the state prove their case or did they not? And if the answer is they didn't prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, then your verdict should be not guilty. If they prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, each and every element, then your verdict should be guilty. That's really all the first phase is. It's not whether somebody's innocent. It's whether did the state prove each and every element of their case beyond a reasonable doubt. Does everyone understand? Now, in Texas, there is a rule that in a law that when you are going to a jury trial, you have to make a decision on if you were found guilty, who would determine your punishment? Are you going to let the jury determine your punishment or the court? When somebody makes that election or selection, they're not saying they're guilty. The law just requires that they make a decision on if they were found guilty, who would decide punishment. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
So in this case, Ms. Rodriguez had to make an election or a selection or a decision on who would decide punishment if she were found guilty. In this case, she has decided if she were found guilty, the jury would decide what would be the appropriate punishment. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Now, is there anyone here who will say for religious reason, and I'm going to ask you to quote the Bible verse to me, for religious reasons or some other reason, you can't sit in judgment of someone? All right, so now the next thing I want to talk to you about is punishment. What is that? In Texas, criminal charges have ranges of punishment that the legislature has decided this is going to be the range of punishment for this type of offense. In this case, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, there's a wide range, and you will find that in all criminal cases, the ranges are wide. For example, in this case, an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, the range of punishment is from probation, and the other range is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in the prison. That's a wide range. And people are like, oh my gosh, this is a wide range. When I talk to people in Europe, they're like, America, those are wide ranges. How do people decide? So you're not going to know any facts about this case. Usually when people ask if you can consider the full range of punishment, jurors will usually turn to me and say, well, give me some facts. Then I can tell you if I can do it. And that's the wrong mindset, because when you say that, you're thinking about what you can give somebody. You know, give me the facts and then I can tell you whether or not I can give probation. Give me the facts, then I can tell you whether or not I can give 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to 20. So this is what I tell people. Neither the state or the defense is allowed to have you commit and say, oh, I'll give probation. Oh, I'll give 2 years. Oh, I'll give 20 years. I'm going to give you a hypothetical. When I first started practicing, you could actually receive probation for murder. Right? And I know I see some of the faces, people are like, what? Yes, you could. So let me give you 2 hypotheticals. Hypothetical number 1. You have this child who's growing up, did horrible in school, would kick the teacher, steal from other students, bully other students. They grow up, they continue stealing, bullying. People would see them walk down the street and they would say, you know what, put your dogs in because they will kick your dog, kick the dog. Somebody just put their flowers up. They would go by and pull them up. Little old lady is walking down the street. This little old lady has been a school teacher. She's always donating her time. She goes to the hospital to hold babies. When they're sick, she's volunteering. She's somebody's grandmother. She always buys her Girl Scout cookies. This guy, who's always been a problem in school, sees her and he's like, you know what? This lady's walking too slow. He shoves her down on the ground, kicks her, and she dies. That's murder. Now, the range of punishment for murder is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison. That person, you may say, that's a situation where life may be appropriate. Now, let me give you another hypothetical. Let's say they're best friends, they end up going to school together, and then they marry different spouses. They have children, and they said, wouldn't it be great if our children got married? So they have little children. They always inviting them over to each other's houses. The children grow up, they're in first grade. You know, they go through, we call it middle school now, junior high, when I high school, everything. They go to prom together, and the parents know they're going to get married. And they end up getting married. Lo and behold, time passes, they become grandparents. And they go see the doctor because one of the spouses has been having issues. And the doctor tells them, look, your spouse, not going to make it. And they're just going to be in a lot of pain. And the pain is just going to wear on them. And there's nothing we can do for the pain. So this spouse, who is completely in love with their spouse, the spouse comes to them and said, look, I'm in a lot of pain. There's nothing happened. Can you help me just take these tablets and drink something and, let me leave? Well, that person helps them, right? And they die. Guess what? That's a murder. Range of punishment is 5 to 99 years of life. And that may be something where you will say, you know what? No, they shouldn't be on the high range. Maybe they should be on the low end. Does everybody understand? So with regards to criminal cases, there are all different scenarios you can think of where maybe you would consider different things. So, for example, in this case, as I said, the range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison if you find someone guilty, and also potentially probation. So what I need you to do for me is internalize that if you were to find someone guilty of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, that one, whatever facts you receive, you will take those facts and make a decision on punishment if you can make a decision on punishment. So that means you would look at the facts and see maybe, should we give this person probation 10, 2, 20, all the way up to the high end? Does everyone understand?
Yeah.
But the key for you to realize is that the range of punishment is anywhere from probation to 2 years, all the way up to 20 years. Does everyone understand? Now, in this case, if you were sitting on this jury, could everyone consider the full range of punishment? Not give, but consider. All right, now the next thing I want to talk to you about is languages. I love languages. And from speaking to you downstairs, I'm originally from Louisiana. So my idea was I knew where I was retiring to. I knew I was going to be retired at 21, which parents don't tell us that's not going to happen. So when I was in school in junior high, we had a choice on what language you wanted to take. My friend said, Stephanie, come take Spanish with me. I said, I'm not going to need that. I'm retiring in Paris. We're in Louisiana. I'm not going to need it. So of course, I take French in high school. I take French in college, and I still speak to her. She's like, told you should have taken Spanish. So I did not. And people that I went to law school with and grad school with, they speak so many different languages. Depending on what country you're from, some of them speak a minimum of 6 languages. But I think it's all beautiful. They were able to teach me hurry up in every language. So I can say hurry up in every language, but I'm working on my Spanish slowly. So is there anyone here? Raise your card if English is not your first language. All right. See, people are afraid to raise their cards because they think something is going to happen. So keep your cards raised. All right. So we have 21, 29, 31, 46, 47, and 63. All right. 21. What is your first language?
Chinese, Cantonese,
Oh, how do you say hurry up in that language?
idea.
All right, can you spell that for the court reporter? All right. All right, I'm gonna remember that. Have you been able to understand everything?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. 29. Yay, you stood. What's your first language?
Spanish.
Have you been able to understand everything? And how do you say hurry up?
What are they?
Yes, you're right. Number 31. What's your first language?
Spanish.
Have you been able to understand everything? Did she correctly tell me how to say hurry up? Thank you. Number 46. What's your first language? All right, did they tell me correctly how to say hurry up?
They did.
All right, have you been able to understand everything?
Yes.
Thank you. 47. What's your first language?
Spanish.
All right, did they tell me correctly?
Yes.
Have you been able to understand everything? Thank you. Number 63. What's your first language?
Spanish.
Have you been able to understand everything?
So.
All right, what does so mean?
I didn't catch everything. Exactly.
All right, is it because of the legal terms?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Now I'm going downstairs. I told you the story about my uncle, but I'm going to tell you another story. And all are true. So one of my friends, we went to law school together. She decided to do civil law. I've always wanted to do criminal law. It's my passion. So on the civil side, usually they are not in trial every day. On the criminal side, usually you have a lot of trials on the criminal side. So she called me. It's like we hadn't stopped speaking for, the amount of time that we haven't spoken. And she says, Stephanie, I have jury duty. Let's do lunch. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great. So you know how when you sit down with somebody, you may have not spoken to them in a while, but when you sit there, it's like no time has passed. So we're sitting there talking, and I ask her, how is jury selection going? And she says, it is going fantastic. I'm like, wow. Now that I'm a judge, I'm like, how can it be fantastic? You're not with me presiding. Like, what's going on? So I said, well, what do you mean? She's like, oh, I'm not going to get selected. I said, well, why do you think that? She says, because it's like in law school, I'm on the back row and I'm not saying anything. And so I laughed, and she said, what's so funny? I said, you are so going to be on that jury. So, and she was, and we had a great time for the week that she was on the jury. So this is what I'm going to tell you. Other than raising your card and saying, please place me on this jury, the quickest way to be on any jury on the criminal side is not to say anything. Both the state and the defense are going to have 20 minutes to speak to you. So make sure that you talk to them, because they don't have a chance to go to your home and have dinner with you and really get to know you. They just have these 20 minutes. So I'm going to let the state speak to you for 20 minutes. Then I'm going to give you your lunch break. And then we will be back. All right, state, are you ready? Yes. Oh, just 1 moment. Yes, you may proceed.
Good morning, everyone. As I mentioned, my name is Rick Pena.
Oh, I'm so sorry. There's one question I forgot to ask the jurors. And this is one that needs to be asked. Ladies and gentlemen, I expect this trial will probably conclude maybe by Friday, at the latest Monday. Is there anyone here who has any type of time constraint? If you do, raise your card. All right, when I call your number, please lower your card. Number 8, 10, 20, 23, 27, 29, 33, and 40. Number 8, what is your time constraint?
I had an employee that left and I have to work with him before he come Friday.
All right, thank you. Number 10,
I'm a travel orthodontist assistant, so one of my assistant has to go to school in the afternoon, so we are short-staffed.
all right, thank you. Number 20,
If it continues to Monday, I have flights for Wisconsin for training for my company.
you sure it's for that and not the game? All right. And when do you leave on Monday?
I believe it's 2:30 PM is my flight out of Boston.
All right, thank you. Number 23,
I have stuff for work later on in the week and then my daughter's well, a baby shower rather coming up.
and what is your role with the baby shower?
I'm
Checkbook?
cooking out.
Oh, what are you cooking? Okay, awesome. All right, thank you. Number 22, do you have your card up?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm finishing up my externship at a orthopedic clinic, and I have an exit meeting on Friday scheduled for my school.
All right, thank you. Number 27,
Yes, ma'am. I'm leaving on Monday to go to a memorial service in Pennsylvania.
I'm sorry to hear that. All right, thank you. 29,
I have school on Thursdays and Fridays.
Thursdays and Fridays. Is this in person? You didn't say yes, you're just shaking your head. Is this in person?
Yes.
All right, what school?
Palo Alto College.
All right, thank you. I've been there. Number 33,
And tomorrow I gotta be back in Houston. I gotta be back in Houston for work.
all right, thank you. And 34,
On Sunday, I'm going to Vegas.
what are you doing in Vegas?
It's a party for some friends, Sunday through Tuesday.
All right, thank you. Number 40,
Friday at noon, my wife leaves out of town, so I'm on baby duty till noon on Friday through end of day Monday.
all right, and how old's the baby?
15 months.
I'm telling you, what is wrong with Texas? 15 months are not even driving yet. What's going on? All right, thank you. All right, state.
Sorry, good morning, everyone. As I mentioned, my name is Rick Pena. This is my trial partner, Ashley Jones, and we represent the state of Texas in this case. We work for the district attorney's office. We are here to try the case of Shelby Rodriguez, who, as the slide says, it's started with aggravated assault. There we go. So, first question is, raise your hand if you're as excited as I am to be here. No one ever answers that. I get it. I mean, when you get jury service, it's like having to go to the dentist, right? Who actually likes to come here and spend their time? But like the judge was alluding to earlier, there is a saying that goes out in this courtroom, in the courthouse, actually. If you talk, you walk out the door and you go home after this is done. If you are quiet, like the judge says, you stay, you end up sitting over there, being on the jury for this. So I encourage you all to please participate with me, participate with the defense when he gets up, and your chances of going home after this is done are very, very good. Who feels like that right now? I'm gonna try and make this as painless and pain-free as possible for all of you. I do have a question right here, which one? You're in Wisconsin? Yes. You're a Packers fan? No. Thank you.
Not a Cowboys fan either, though.
With that, I'm just gonna ask you, is a tie or a loss better?
The loss.
Thank So here's what we're gonna talk about today on jury selection. We have a few things I want to go over. I cannot talk to you about the facts of this case that the judge said, all right? I know all of you are going, well, aggravated assault, what does that mean? What did she do? Unfortunately, that's the extent that I can tell you, is that the charge is aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Please be honest in all your responses. There are no right or wrong answers to any question that is asked of anybody. Okay, we just need to know what your thoughts are when we ask you these questions. And again, please participate. Okay. Our goals here are today, I want to talk to y'all about the law associated with the crime of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I want to learn some things about you all. And I want to try and help find 12 best jurors for this. Okay, now what do I mean by 12 impartial jurors for this case? Being that we're here in San Antonio, I hope that everybody is a Spurs fan, right? Thank you, great. Everybody knows what Greg Popovich is, right? All right. So I'm a big Spurs fan too. My brother, though, he really outranks me when it comes to being a Spurs fan. Anything Spurs related, you name it, he's got it. Memorabilia. He is glued to the TV anytime the game is on. Any updates about the Spurs, he knows it probably before the media even. All right. So what am I getting at? Greg Popovich, as I mentioned. Let's just hypothetically say our beloved greatest NBA coach of all time committed the crime of murder. And let's just hypothetically also say that this was captured on camera. He walks up to the camera in plain view and says, "Hi, my name is Greg Popovich. Here's my social, here's my phone number, here's my address. I just killed this person." And he walks off. And let's just hypothetically say my brother made it into the room that you are in right now to be on the panel, potentially decide if Greg my brother would be a fair and impartial juror for that. He'd probably be like, no matter what the evidence is, there's no way I'm gonna convict Greg Popovich. I love the guy. So that's what we're trying to get at here, okay? We need to try and find which of the 65 of you would be the best people, sit over here and decide if this defendant did this crime or not, okay? All right, so I want to talk to you about the law associated with aggravated assault with deadly weapon. As the state of Texas have to prove that this crime happened, and we have to prove certain elements, okay? Elements are what you see on the screen. We have to prove to you that on or about a certain day in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Ms. Rodriguez, either intentionally or knowingly threatened another person with imminent bodily injury, including her own spouse, with a deadly weapon, okay? If at the conclusion of this trial, the 12 gets selected, and all of those have been proven, crime is there, okay? That's what the law says that we have to prove for this. What is a deadly weapon? Legal definition of what a deadly weapon is: a firearm or anything that really in its use is capable of causing death or serious bodily injury. Okay, you'll give me the definition of that. But what I want to ask, my next question is proper gun safety. Now, I know that it's a great state of Texas. I've only held a gun once. I've only fired a gun once, and I did not hit the target. Okay, so I need some help, please. Please raise your card if you are an enthusiast, a gun owner, etc. You have this. All right, and if you could please keep on until I call your number. So we got number 1, number 5, number 7, 8, 10, 11, 13, 17, 19, 20, 21. I'm going in the number, sorry. You can push your cards in as I call your number. Thank you for keeping it. 23, 25, 27, 30, 33, 34, 35, 38, 42, 49, 56, and 59. Thank you all so much for that. So, did you have a question, Matt?
30, if you have,
I'm sorry.
Ben, would you stand up? I'm having a little trouble hearing you.
service, does that include in your guidelines, proper gun use?
Well, I guess my question was, are you a gun owner or gun enthusiast? Okay, thank you for that. I appreciate that. All right, so, ma'am, I believe you raised your card, did you not?
What's that?
You raised your card, did you not? Yes.
Yes.
So please tell me, what are some of the basic guidelines when it comes to proper gun safety?
All right, if you'll please stand.
Keeping the safety on, locking them up, securing them.
Okay.
Putting them in a vault, not taking, making sure that children aren't around, make sure that, well, you know, I guess if you are going to try to point the gun,
Mhm.
you need to make sure either nobody's in the way that could get hurt,
Okay,
that it might be in the background.
okay.
That could be some of them, I mean. could
That's-
be
that's- that-
millions. Is that enough?
Well, I hope, on my other gun enthusiast, is that good? And I appreciate it, thank you. So let me make sure I understand what you said, so. If you can say, thank you. Keep it locked up. Is one thing you said, right?
Mhm.
Making sure the safety's on,
Yes.
and I think one of the last things you said was like, don't point it. At an area where there might be a person, right? So like, obviously don't point it directly at someone, right? When you intuit, thank you for that, one of my other. There are a lot, like, if you're intending to fire the weapon, can you give me some guidelines about that?
Knowing what's behind your target. In this case, since you're intending to fire, ensuring that safety is off and the weapon's been racked so the rounds in the chamber.
I can't hear folks.
She's taking a record right there being said.
Sorry about that.
You're fine,
Knowing what's behind your target, ensuring that the safety is actually off this time since you're intending on firing, right?
Mhm.
Make sure ammunition is actually loaded into the weapon. Depending on where you are, you might need to take other precautions, such as in a lot of our homes, like drywall, bullets will go right through it unless you have like the proper ammunition, like frangibles and stuff like that.
Okay. And I think number 10, you had also raised your card. I want to ask you a question. At what point, if you're intending to use the gun, should you put your finger on the trigger?
You're going to shoot.
Point to shoot. Okay, so if you're pointing, you're ready, then you point your finger on the trigger. Would that be correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for that. My other gun enthusiast, you agree with that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Next thing I'd like to talk to you all about is toxic relationships. Now, unfortunately, it happens more often than we like to think that people get into relationships, things start off great, but they don't always end properly. Okay, so, remember, can you please tell me what types of things might cause a relationship to end up on toxic? You don't have to, you know, if you don't want to.
Well, I believe every relationship starts with a friendship and it just grows into a stronger bond. And when that initial relationship starts walking away from the friendship part of it, not building on it is when
Not building on it?
not building on
Okay.
relationships, not cooperating with each other, listening, I guess.
That's, thank you.
It becomes toxic.
And anyone else, give me some other things that might cause some toxic issues? I saw 34%, sorry, no. Go ahead, if you could.
Infidelity.
Okay.
That's the main one.
I actually have a follow-up question, now that you mentioned, I'll get to some other people, but you mentioned infidelity, so. What do you think should be proper reaction when infidelity unfortunately comes up in a relationship?
Communication.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Communication. And based on the communication, you should either walk away from that situation. I mean, that's what you should do. If you stay in it, that means you enjoy it.
Okay. I appreciate it, thank you. Number 15, do you have anything to add?
Sure, I was just gonna say, the cause of that could be breakdown in communication. Typically, I guess I would say also lack of trust on something.
Do you remember it? Yes, sir.
An unresolved prior trauma.
Very good. So, do you remember what time you want to have?
Bringing the worst out of each other. Cause toxic relationships.
I'm sorry, would you speak up, ma'am?
Bringing the worst out of each other can cause toxic relationships.
Thank you for that. Does anyone else have anything else to add? 38, yes, yeah,
Abuse, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional abuse.
very good, thank you. 19, you want to add something?
Relationship may start off well, but over time you just come to find out you have different goals, different personality traits, different passion.
Very good, thank you. Juror 55. Go
When
ahead.
there's some kind of addiction like drug or alcohol.
Stand up, please.
There's some kind of addiction, drug or alcohol.
Addiction, okay, good, thank you. 49.
Probably manipulation, narcissistic tendencies, things that turn into more of a controlling situation. I think they would be very toxic very quickly.
Very good, thank you. One more, and then I gotta kind of move on. 53.
I would say like finances, like having trouble with finances and that's the plan.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if I couldn't get called anyone else. I'm on a little bit of a time conscious. But those are all, yes, very good things that can lead to that should become useful. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is a topic of family violence, okay? Why do you think it is important for us as the state of Texas to prosecute cases associated with family violence and what's your number, sir? 60. Could you please raise and give me some thoughts on that, please?
Family violence,
No, I'm sorry. I should probably help you guys out with this. Here in Texas, it is referred to as family violence. You all might know it as domestic violence, okay? But the law in Texas refers to what you guys would probably know as domestic violence as family violence. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so does that help?
yeah,
You want some help?
yes.
You want to phone a friend? Who wants to help them out? 54.
So it's state's obligation.
Okay, yes, that could be one thing. 26.
To help protect those who can't protect themselves.
Thank you. Juror 30.
Yeah, I feel like it's, you wanna break the cycle. You know, you don't wanna allow the kids, if there's kids involved, to think it's okay to have, violence in the family. You don't want that to continue on.
Thank you all. Very good things. You can sit. Thank you for saying. What do you think usually end up being victims in family violence situations? Anyone have an idea? 15.
In most cases, sort of female spouse, but also the children that have
Okay. 28. Yes, ma'am.
I think also all those that are vulnerable, so those with disabilities.
Anyone else want to add? Who else can be a potential? 38. Go ahead.
I think everybody could be a victim and even the perpetrator because there's something that triggered them also.
So anybody can be a victim, right? Anybody can be a victim of a family violence situation, right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. That's what I'm getting at, really. Anybody in any relationship really can unfortunately be a victim of family. Now, let's just say the victim that you're gonna hear from gets on the witness stand and starts talking, telling you about their lives, and then gets into what happens. If there's something that you end up not liking about him, her, whomever, background, whatever, would you hold it against them when they're testifying and determining whether or not they're harmless? If you agree with that, under number 1, could you please raise your card? 23, 49. Thank you so much. If you disagree with that, I'm assuming that's everyone else, right? Okay, thank you. All right, witnesses. Can someone please give me an example of who might be some witnesses involved in family violence? German 12.
Children.
Okay. 5.
Neighbors.
Good. 1.
Friends, family, as we say names.
Friends of the family. Okay. 11.
Other members of family, aunts, uncles, grandparents.
Very good. Very good. Anyone have something different than what they said? 28.
Educators and doctors.
Very good. 58. This first time. Go ahead.
If it's escalated to outside the house, probably anyone in public.
Anyone in public? Okay, that's good. Where do you think most family violence situations happen? Juror 16.
In private.
In private. Okay. Who's usually around in these private situations? Juror number 43.
Family,
The family, okay, like who makes up the family, I guess?
could be children, could be close by neighbors.
Okay, thank you. Does everybody agree with that? Evidence, now. There's a lot of great crime shows out there. There's Law and Order, CSI. All the best. And as you know, there's always that great types of evidence involved in those cases that make the story and the show more compelling. What types of evidence would you expect in any? 34.
The weapon.
Okay. But sorry, 62, the first time calling them, go ahead.
Pictures.
Pictures, thank you. 21. Witnesses, thank you. I gotta try, yeah, pictures, weapons, and that's the most. Where they from, looking to, right? All right, now the judge gave you a good example of what beyond reasonable doubt is. I'm gonna try and help you out and give you a quick one. As she mentioned, our wonderful lawmakers have not given us a proper legal definition of what reasonable doubt is. The best thing I can try and help you out with that and tell you is that reasonable doubt is what we all decide it to be. Okay? But one thing for certain is that it is not beyond all doubt, all right? It is not 100% certainty that something happened. And can someone give me a quick example of why that may be? 34, sure.
Because there may not be video or pictures. Might
Okay.
just be testimony
Just be testimony from who?
from a credible witness.
Okay, so if you witness something happening, let me ask the panel this. Are you 100% certain that it happened? If you witnessed 26.
Especially if you've had past trauma, it may make your recollection of what happened not as exact as it could be.
All right, 1 minute.
Can someone tell me what that is a picture of? Are all the puzzle pieces there?
No.
All right, so what I'm trying to get in, what I was gonna let you all know is, think about beyond reasonable doubt as you're putting a puzzle together, all right? You're putting the pieces together. You don't have all the pieces kind of like in a picture, but you have enough to know what the picture is. And in this case, you have enough evidence to know whether or not an aggravated assault with deadly weapon occurred or it didn't. Does that make sense, everybody? All right. Real quick question, who has been a victim or knows someone very close to them who has been a victim of family violence? Raise your cards, please. And read them out. 1, and as I call you, put your card down. 3, 4, 7, 10, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 1, 23, 26, 27, 28, 30, 32, 34, 35, 38, 40, 41, 44, 46, 47, 48, 49, 53, 54, 56, 58, 61, and 62. Thank you so much. Now,
Last question.
yes, my very last question is, you know someone who's ever been arrested for assaults? 1, 8, 2, 4, 5, 7, I don't want to call it 8, 10, 13, 16, 17, 21, 27, 30, 32, 34, 35, 36, 39, 41, 44, 46, 48, 49, 51, 4, 5, 56, 57, 58, and 62. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna give you your lunch break at this time. So what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna have to be back here, standing in line outside by 1:30. So you won't come back into the courtroom. And I'm giving you a little extra time because sometimes when you're new to downtown, it takes a while for you to find out where to eat. We can go off the record. So here's the thing. If you walk along the river, it's probably gonna cost more. If you walk along the street level, it's probably not gonna cost as much. There are different restaurants. If you leave the courthouse and go to your left, there are restaurants that way. UTSA has a restaurant called The Eatery. There is Whataburger, Chick-fil-A, some restaurants that serve Mexican food that is along the street level. And when you leave the courthouse, if you check, sometimes they actually have food trucks in front of the cathedral. So everyone, I want you to leave your cards behind, take your items with you, and look to your left, look to your right. You're responsible for that juror being behind you in line at